Hello everyone and welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Wednesday, January 27th, 2021. How is everything sounding? Because this music is epic and loud. I'm imagining I might want to tick everything a little bit further down, because of course the most important thing is of course the sound of my voice. Yes, I thought that the music is it's just a tad loud. That the music is that's a bit too quiet. Of course the thing just ended too, but yeah, we'll kick it 20. That's also a little quiet. So I compare the tracks here. I compare the back end on my Streamlabs thing, my OBS. That's about the levels that I'm shooting for. Right about there. And if the build-up of this song gets too loud, then we will kick it down a little bit more. So, Dyson Sphere Program is a game similar in vein to Factorio and Satisfactory and all the other factory management games. And the goal is to build a Dyson Sphere, aka a giant energy generator around a star. A means of capturing a star's energy to convert to usable electricity at grand scale, the grandest of grand scale. And I do appreciate that the Dyson Sphere is actually made up of lots of individual pieces as it flies around, because that's actually somewhat realistic as to how one would actually go about building a Dyson Sphere. Slightly. We shall see as we go along just what it ends up looking like at the very end, because it really does look like here we're getting a whole bunch of these panels and we're building it piecemeal by panels, and the whole thing's going to be panels, when in reality Dyson Sphere would be more gigantic cloud of individual pieces floating around, reflecting and just creating the energy out of all these little smaller satellites, constellation, just huge amounts. Anyway, it looks pretty. Right, so this game takes place on a map with stars in it. This is also early access, so we will probably come across a few bugs. So the immediate thing that stands out to me in this is we've got these lines between these star systems on our little piece of the galaxy here. But we've also got these stars and pieces of star lines that are disconnected from everything else. So my question is that actually a thing we'll be able to do at some point and travel to these stars, or is that a problem of the map generation not making all of the star systems accessible contiguously? That's one thing I don't know right now. We're going to hit the random button a few times, because it seems like no matter what, you're going to end up with something disconnected. Just something's going to be disconnected. We're gonna go with something along these lines. I haven't played the game, so I don't know what's a good mix of stuff, of different star types. We've apparently got a singular black hole. Looks like it's off in the corner over here, as well as a couple of white dwarves about the place. 2 of them. They are side by side up here, connected to each other, these wonderful little white dwarfs, and a singular neutron star out in the distance. This should be good. It's maximum stars with a 1x resource multiplier. Alright, there's the seed 5547 space 3476 as our seed. We'll go ahead and we'll start up the game. First time playing, I have seen very little content. I watched initial videos from
to the actual universe.
Yes, the quote asterisk actual universe.
Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time?
What's the guy's name?
Help you
Skystorm. I watched Skystorm videos of this. I think it was him. A few, and what like his first couple episodes of the series and his first stream, just getting through the red, magical cubes of goo.
As one of Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson Sphere Program, you will explore this cluster step by step.
This cluster of the actual universe.
For the center brain to maintain homeland, starting from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission.
We have a designated planet. It is not a planet.
Drive the space capsule to the planet.
It is not a planet. This appears to be a moon of a gas giant. Not actually a planet. But sure. We are flying. That's a gas giant. This is, unless the distances are just,
you are about to reach the designated planet.
Yeah, the distances may just be a little bit exaggerated on the small side. Why would we name this 2, 3, and then 4? I don't know. It's as if they were individual planets in the system. We'll just say that it's exaggerated, that this is an actual planet that's not orbiting that giant gas. That giant gas! Yes, that gas giant in the distance. Hello!
This is Icarus.
We are a robot.
Lightweight industrial mecha with powerful functionality.
Yes, powerful functionality. Right click.
Or right click on the destination to control its
right click!
In this mission,
WASD movement here, and I saw that there are flight controls where you have the option of using the number pad. Hello and welcome, Wayne Osborne, and everyone else who may be viewing this
hold down shift and right click.
Wonderful stream of this ideally wonderful game.
You receive
okay, we're gonna break some trees down because and now
to open the cabin to view them.
E for inventory. Okay. Not B for bag. E for inventory. I need to make this very clear.
To rotate the angle of view.
Ah.
Slide the mouse wheel.
Rotation. Remind me not to go too quickly because, you know, bitrate's a thing. Remind me not to move the camera too fast because of bitrate. Ooh, we've got copper here. Hello, copper. Nice to see you. Is that coal in the distance? Looks like coal to me. So our robot has an energy core, and from, yeah, I was just about to say, the robot has an energy core. You have to keep an eye on the power. It doesn't stop you completely if you run out of power, but it does slow you down dramatically. From what I've seen of this game. Also, stack size 100. B is construction mode, E is thingy. How do I put thingy in my core? So I can click on the bar, and then I can put fuel into the fuel chamber. And we are operational. It is going to charge the battery, and then it stops charging once the battery's finished. You have done a thing. What is a Dyson Sphere? Well, I've already sort of explained. It's a thing that converts a star's energy into actual usable power. Usable energy at grand scale. The grandest of grand scales. So, apparently it takes like 50 plus hours to do that, if all we do is try to build the Dyson Sphere. I will Call that a challenge. They are challenging everyone to do it within 50 hours. I would like to know what the speed run is of this game, the timing, to actually get to the Dyson Sphere. How long does it actually take? The developers say a certain amount of time, but we all know better than that, right? There's iron. Okay, build. We have nothing that can be built. Research technologies. T. Electromagnetism. Hello. We need to make magnetic coils, which is 2 thingies and copper. 2 rounded thingies plus copper. We make this in a replicator, which I'm going to imagine is the R. Replicator is not R. T is tech. F. F is replicator. Okay, we must find the replicator. Magnets from iron, and coils from 2 iron and 1 copper. We have some copper, we have some iron, but we need to make 10 of these, so we actually need... We have what we need. It's going to be 5 copper, because 1 to 2 in 1 second. 10. Make me 10. Go, go, go. That will get the technology unlocked. I probably will need more iron. Oh good, you just stand here forever. Of course, my next concern is that the resources likely actually run out at some point. Oh boy. 374,500 plus units. Alright, we got a thing. We got a tech.
Created a mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation.
We can automate, yes,
Pick it up
good.
from the inventory,
Thank
or
God
select it
we can
while
automate.
gathering of
Speaking
construction
of
debris to build it.
automation, this will unlock smelters and glass, but first, logistics. Go, go, do the logistics for me. Thanks. We've got an ore harvester. How do I rotate? With
You can
R.
use the R key to rotate the mining machine for covering more veins. The more veins covered, the faster the ores will be gathered. If you want to
Yeah, so the more veins
try
covered, the
holding down the
faster the
shift.
ores will be gathered, and therefore the faster that the veins deplete as well. Lovely how they just give us construction robots from the
One
beginning
your
of the game.
production facilities is not powered.
Yeah,
You
it's
need to
not
keep it
powered.
within the power coverage area and supply it with power facilities.
So
in
how
order
much
to
power does a
maintain
wind
its
turbine
normal
give?
works.
It gives 300 kilowatts. Always, apparently, from the wind. But the next logical question is, are there planets that have high wind? Are there planetary bodies that have no wind?
You have established
I
a
would
diverse
hope
power grid. Not all
that you
power
can't
facilities
use
are
wind
connected.
generators
Use the
on
Tesla tower to extend the area
planets
of power.
without an atmosphere, aka any like moon and dead bodies. Because this is a planet. It has an atmosphere. They've got the nice atmospheric scattering lighting effects. So yeah, I would ooh. Shift click copy. Oh, thank God that's a feature. Shift click is your eyedropper tool. Shift click for eyedropper. Excellent. Gimme. Apparently it's just click to gather. Excellent. Hey, so how about I need 10 of these. I am now out of copper. Where was that copper vein again? There it is. Oh gosh. It is a curved body, so the perspective might be a little bit jarring to some people. Not to me, because I am completely immune to all forms of motion sickness. But I can very easily tell that when moving the camera too quickly, some people may have trouble with the fact that this is a curved body. It might cause some discomfort. I can make... I need copper, don't I? I need more copper. Something tells me as soon as I get to... Make it. Okay. Number 1. First suggestion. If I click the button for a machine, and I haven't got him yet, automatically make it if I have the resources to make it. Okay? That's suggestion the first. I would like for the game to make this object that is on my F1 key auto-magically for me. I would like it to just start producing if I want to place one, and I have the resources to place one. That would be great. That would be fantastic. Actually, produce like a bunch of those. Give me a bunch of. You're making so many things. Wow. 2 minutes to make 6. Okay. Go ahead and place that one down. Right click to clear what I'm holding. And yes, the shape does mess with building neat builds, because you don't get a perfect grid. You can see right here how our minor grid lines are offset on here, and that's just because of the curvature of the planet. There are, however, major grid lines that do not appear to ever be offset, and that would be what to build along, would be these major grid lines. This might be the only one, maybe? So how to run? That's great. Great question. How to run? Run would be good. Also, I need to make 10 of you. Once we get all of those power producing buildings. Thank you for iron. No run till upgrade. Wonderful. Don't you love games that make it so that you can't actually move until progression happens? Alright. At least these are like literally next door to each other, so we don't have to go too far away. There's also coal right here. And right here. Like, wow. This is pretty good spot. Open tech tree. Why? Because I'm making the gears now. The gears are happening. And I know there's an upgrades tab. I know this. The core increases the energy, improves basic move speed. Yeah, no running or it would be way less than 50 hours. Yeah, there's the mechanical frame that just makes you move inherently faster down the rest of the tree. Hey, we got the logistics. Cool.
You have
Next.
received the sorter and the conveyor belt, which can achieve full automation now. Use the conveyor belt to transport the piled up
I
ores from the mining machine,
want...
and the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt to the smelter for automatic smelting.
Do I already have a basic storage container out of this? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm like, I would like a box to throw stuff in. First thing. I would also like a splitter, but that's gonna be science. Okay. Smelting. Auto magic smelting would be great. That would be nice. 10 coils, 10 circuit boards. Core will deplete soon. About that. What is the thingy to access the core? 202 megajoules. 366 megajoules. 2.7, 1.5. I'm so glad that they actually tell you the fuel value of the objects. The actual megajoule fuel value. Hotkey for core is C. Okay. Good. That one at least makes sense. It makes sense because, you know, why is replicator F? Like, replicator should be R, but R is also rotate what you're trying to build. Anyway, I will need to make, apparently, belt and splitters. I mean inserters. I mean sorters. And some storage. Wait, where's... There. Storage. Hello. You need stone. There's stone right there. The buttons on the bottom right show the hotkeys. Okay, so that's C for the mech panel, F for the replicator, E for inventory, for whatever reason. E is the same as Factorio to access all that info. H for details display. What is... like warnings and power grid overlays that I'm covering. And then statistics panel P. Okay. Stars. Favorites. Okay. Gib rocks. R. F. RSTLNE. I need 9 more of those, and I need 10. I need iron. Middle mouse drag. That's another thing I have to get used to. Middle mouse drag. Hey, buddy. Gimme iron. F. U. 10. At least it tells you how many you can make as well in the top right corner of the stuffs. I need some stone for storage. Yeah, that helps. That helps a lot. Great. Now we wait. It is a waiting game as we wait for this stuff to build and process further research. Grab to iron. Grab to coal. I mean, the copper. I should tap into the coal and the stone over here. F. mining machines. I have a couple of wind turbines already. Okay, there's my storage. Why do I have hydrogen fuel rods? $40 megajoules. So the game just gives you a bunch of stuff to use for your power at the start. I'm not sure I'm okay with that, actually, because this is super overpowered endgame item. Or at least mid-game item, I would think. Okay, how many can I cover? That's 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then down here, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty good. That's not that many on that spot. Power. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down a storage. And
is a transportation connector of cargoes between facilities. It will
oh, really?
transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility are bridged.
So that needs belt. It
When
must
putting a
be
conveyor
belted.
out, all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point of it. In addition, use the up arrow key to
Power.
move up one level.
Oh, hey.
And use the down arrow key to drop down one level after the conveyor belt is lifted. Press
That would
key
help.
at 0 to reset the construction height.
So this is rather important because this is going to
If you
be
don't want the
fuel
conveyor belt to be attached to the building,
for
you can
me.
try holding down the shift key. You have done building the first power transmission facility, Tesla Tower. It can carry out short distance wireless power
I have
transmission
built a
and
Tesla
expand
tower,
the
thank
power
you.
supply area of the power
F.
grid.
I will
Click
want
to
more.
power grid information.
Just like I will want more of the sorters at some point, and just more all the stuff. Apparently I need like 5 of these for the research. 5 more. Go, 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 do the stuff. This mining machine has given me stone. Once we get this done, we'll have access to smelting. Let's clear out the area from all of these wonderful logs. What is the fuel value of plant fuel? It's interesting that you can like shift Q commands and your dude will just go out and do stuff a little bit detached from the camera. That seems to tell me that at one point this game may have been designed with a overhead view and just multiple robot control and like click to move type stuff of your units, but got changed to be more like this with just one guy. Or maybe they might be working on something like that for the future, who knows. That's how it feels with like the whole I can queue commands type thing, but while I'm queuing, the camera doesn't move for whatever reason. Okay, tech. We've got metallurgy. Do I want assembling machines? Yes, I do. There's also, it's telling me, hey, buddy, you can do upgrades. -6 or -6% or per miner product with 10% mining speed. So this is mining productivity equivalent in Factorio. You use the amount of ore being consumed from the ore vein goes down by 6%, but you still get product out of it. It's how this works here. And you've increased the speed. So it slows down the amount of ore being consumed per unit ore by 6. So instead of 1 to 1, it's now going to be like 94 to 100 per 100. 94 ore reduced from the ore vein per 100 ore produced. That's my interpretation of what that text says. But we still need to unlock wonderful things. Speaking of wonderful things, why is there crude oil? What? Where'd I get that from? Oh boy. Let me see. I need, or want, smelter. Please, smelters, thanks. Gimme. Gimme beautiful smelters. Why are you making plates and then more plates? Interesting. What is the pickup distance? Quite generous. Okay. That's very good to know. You can be pretty far away from buildings and be able to pick up from their inventories. Wow, that's very generous of a distance. Ah, the sun is setting. Because, yeah, the planetary bodies are rotating in this system, and we can see the rise of that gas giant. Clouds are moving a little too fast. It looks very pretty, but that's way too fast of an animation on the clouds. That's like time has been sped up considerably for it to go that fast. Like, imagine for it to look like it's going that fast on a body as big as it's supposed to be. That would be beyond fast enough to just liquefy, vaporize anything that enters its path. That would not be. Please just slow down the animation a little bit on the gas giants, on these cloud bands. Cloud bands do move, and they do move at different rates compared to other bands. Not quite that fast, though, as far as I'm aware. As far as I am aware. Okay. Let us craft our 10 gears. And let's just make a whole bunch of circuit boards and gears and things. We have 5 smelters for smelting. How quickly does a smelter smelt? Oh boy. It's time for wonderful stuff. How quickly does smelter smelt? Smelter.
Built a smelter.
Thank
which
you.
can smelt basic materials such as iron ingots and copper ingots automatically.
This is
While you
copper.
automate the raw materials and products get
Oh,
in
you
and out of
also
the
smelt
process.
into
You need to use
magnets.
sorters and conveyor belts.
You also smelt into magnets. Not too fast. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like we need a lot. So one
You have a
every.
book without recipes.
All right, 1 to 1 every
Please set
1.
the recipe you want.
Oh my God, that is so.
You can use the less than key to copy the recipe, and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe. After selecting
use less than to
you can use
copy
the less
and
than
then...
key to copy the recipe, and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
Okay. Sure. Or I can just shift click and place down the next building in the line, and apparently already it copies the recipe too. Something tells me I'm going to need more. Oh boy, that's nice. You need to maintain a distance between these thingies. Alright, go and place that Tesla. So, the thing about this, we've got 240 per minute. Why is this per minute? Why is this telling me per minute? And what is the recipe? Hold up, how do you... Does that recipe not say 1 second up there? That recipe says 1 to 1 in 1 second. Well, that's pretty easy. If this is going to be 240, then it's going to be 4 of these machines to process the full output of this one mining machine, tapping into 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 thingies, right? Because this would be 60 per minute each. 6 times 4 is 24. What is the maximum throughput of a belt? 6 per second. Well, we're moving 4 per second. We're moving... This is producing 4 per second. 6 times 4 is 24. No, it's moving more than that. Wait. Math. Math is hard. This is also a full screen app, so I have to actually Alt-Tab out. 240 over... Yeah, 4 per second. Math. 4 per second. I have double checked. So now I can just place the belt and the inserters out of this. What I need to get used to, as opposed to Factorio, is that the transport belts, the conveyor belts are 1 lane only and need to be placed directly adjacent. But your thingies can be up to 3 away when doing the insertion. With the sorters, you can have a sorter up to 3 away. Now the question is, how fast are these sorters? These sorters are 1.5 trips per second per grid. You can make multi-level belts. Yes, you can make multi-level belts, and you can also stack buildings, which I would imagine also would have the ability to insert on top of the stack from raised belt. I would hope that that would be the case. I apparently need more power. This is the planetary stuff. getting in the way. So it's 1.5 trips per second per grid. So it's moving 1.5 per second. That's slow, right? It's enough for this purpose. If it's actually going to be 1.5 items moved per second on the one grid. If it was an extra tile away, it would take an extra. You're instead of dividing by 1, you're then dividing the amount of time by 2, and then divide that by 3. So if you have 1.5 trip per second, and then you divide by 1 for 1 away, 2 for 2 away, and 3 for 3 away, it tells you where. On the thing itself, speed, apparently 6 cargo per second. Oh boy. Why? How does that math work? Well, alrighty then. Apparently 1 is 6. Apparently 1.5 trips per second per grid is equal to 6 cargo or items per second when 1 away. This is fine. This is actually able to keep up with the production out of the building. Should, anyway. I want to delete this, because that's my wonderful, beautiful belt. YF keys. I was looking at the belt, not the sorter. But I thought I clicked the sorter. Sorter. Idle. 1.5 trips per second. 1.5 trips per second. Yes, the conveyor is 6. Yes, that is true. The 1.5 trips per second, that I only need it to do 1. So we're fine. We're fine there, it needs 1. Shall I just store this for now? I think so, but the thing about the storage is that if I want to actually offload the 4 per second into storage, we're going to need to do a little bit of funky shenanigans. 3 F1. I will eventually get this. Actually, that's 3, that's 4.5, so that's enough. How many people you know actually try to do the math here? So this, once we clear a backlog, I think works. Because this is moving 4.5. This is moving 4.5. There's a backlog here, so it's outputting at 4.5 among 3. Once we clear the backlog and provide enough power, you know, that would help. F, wind turbines, make 6 of them, thanks. Make me a few more of those. I'm also going to steal this copper that's being produced, make it a little bit faster to produce things. We have to do this same thing over here for this machine too. I also should be working on technology. Alright, the last one would be the one that unlocks the labs and the cubes. 10 coils, 10 circuit boards, and then upgrades. Of course, we can queue the mech core upgrade. And that'll probably allow me to get other stuff as well. Considering it's allowing me to queue up this other stuff after getting the mech core, I imagine that getting a mech core allows me to do all of this, and the electric motor should be available. Requires electromagnetic drive technology, which is one I think I have. We've got matrix, electromagnetic matrix drive. Yes, we don't have that, so it won't let me actually do this because the I can't do the motor. It'll let me queue the tech, but I can't actually make the motor until I get blue. Oh, wells. Yeah, so this game has click to move and WASD. And you know, that's okay. I'm glad for that. I hate games that force you into click to move. So that is very much appreciated that we do not have to do that. F, give these 10 of those. Looks like we are going to do that in half a minute because we don't have to make the ingots anymore. Yay, faster. Beautiful. We're going to make more of that and more of that. And probably a whole bunch more of these. Let's, oh yeah. Turbines. Probably best to keep them within distance of each other. So that connects the grids, which may or may not help in the grand scheme. There we go, there's that. Okay, we got the tech. There's a bunch of power. Oof, this little hook here is in the way. It's in the way of my smelters. Core energy will deplete soon. Oh noes. Is it because I don't have enough stuff? I don't have enough stuff. I have this random oil that I got. Here, take that. Also, where was the thingy, Maduhiki? Over here. We have a few units of coal. Thanks. A gigajoule. Let's go. Control click the plant stuff. I mean, I could. There's a lot. There. Happy? The plant stuff is 500 kilojoules a piece. But that's actually a lot with the stack size of 500. Organic crystals have a fuel value. Haha. We might want to save those though. Okay, I likely have what I need. So yeah, I've got a massive supply of coal. That is true. That much I know. Okay, how much do you produce? 210 per minute. Slightly fewer because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as opposed to 8. So because that makes 210, and I'm going to imagine that this produces the same amount, 1 per second, that means I have to still place 4 of them, but the 4th one won't be operating at 100%. I actually would like to go down this way, but I built in the way. Whoops. F1. F4. Place the thingies, load, load, load. I need stuffs. F. We must replicate. More sorters! And also, like, bunches of belt. Thanks. Need more belt. Yeah. Can we not just... Can we not just place a blueprint? Like, we should just be able to place a blueprint, right? Oh, the game actually just gives you a lab. Cool. In which case you can just delete. Okay, just grab and then you can delete. I will do that then. Do that and delete. Also, delete, delete. Delete, delete. Sort. No blueprints, that's sad. That's sad. 1, F1. Get that over... that's too far away. No. X, come back. Come back to me. I want you here. Three, F4. Offload.
You can now click the planet thumbnail button in the lower left corner of the screen, or press the M key to try the
I can
planet
now
view
click
mode.
the thingy. M.
In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse button, drag to roll the angle of view. Press N key to point to the front to the North Pole.
Press what? Press N?
In the planet view mode,
So that's the North
slide
Pole.
the mouse wheel to enter the star map.
We are here. Press the mouse wheel. Slide the mouse wheel. Oh, you mean roll out. Zoom out. Just tell me zoom out and that's a better thing. So it is official, we are a moon of a gas giant. We are officially a moon. We are not a planet. Okay? Game said we're going to planet. This is a moon. This is a moon of a gas giant. Little bit of a difference there. Also, this gas giant would totally destroy this planet over here. Gobi, yeah, you would totally be sucked in and flung away by this gas giant. Ooh, ice. glorious ice. And this one's a desert. Desert and ice. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of variation. I'm sure there's tons of variation in the planets and planetary bodies. And moons and all of that. Okay, M, back. Shift click to there, right click, shift 3, F4. Input, input, input. Thanks for the iron plates. Yes, black holes. This system has one black hole, one neutron star, and 2 white dwarfs. That's this system that this little cluster thing that I spawned in. There be only one black hole at the end of a line. Fortunately, the game... Wow, this is almost full. Capacity for automation. The number of slots that can be automatically placed in other slots can only be manually placed. Oh! So, you know, Factorio's little system where you can do the X key and, like, limit a chest. This is our way to limit the chest on this little slider here. Hey, we did the thing. We got 40% plus 40 megajoules of core energy. Excellent. Every single other tech is going to require us to have this blue goo. The blue cubes, the electromagnetic matrix. So let's start doing that, I suppose. Everything else either requires an item that requires the blue, or requires blue directly. This, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't make energetic graphite yet. We can do this. We can do this. We can do that. Yeah, we can do this. 60 of the thingies. F. Did I just get rid of it? No, I just got rid of the thingy. F. 60. I don't have magnets. Oh, right. Because iron is different. Iron is different in that you need to do magnets as well. What do I want to do? Make these thingies. 10 at a time, 10 at a time. 3. Well, this is okay. I did not actually put a... Oh. This is convenient. You. Magnets are 1 to 1, 1.5 seconds versus 1. It's actually faster to make a magnet. Tis faster to make a magnet. This is going to store how many in it? 100, I think? Oh, I need to, I need more storage. Let's actually hold up on some of this. Yeah, go ahead and make your 20 there. Oh, right, I can process stone in smelters as well. Let's also grab the 150 coal ore from over here. There's the coal. Oh yeah, it makes... What am I thinking? It makes 2, dummy. I only need 5. There. You're done now. Pretty sure. Yeah. It's like you're done now. Three, F4. What? So you're saying they need to be another tile away? There we go. So this is length 2 grids, or 0.75 per trip. This thing will make a little bit more than that. Oof. Thank you so much for liking the stream. 40 per minute. That's 2/3. So actually, yeah, that's 0.66 per minute. So it'll, or 0.66 per second. So that's enough to do the output all by itself into the little storage container here, I would think. Anyway, this number should go down slowly. Very slowly. It's not that much of a difference. And that is, of course, if everything operates fully, which, again, at 210, yeah, 180 between these, so this is left with 30 on the input. Not 40. So it even produces slower than that. Alright, good. We now have a very good supply on our plates and our iron plates and our copper plates. All we really could use is stone right now. Hey, research complete. Thank you. We can take flight if we so desire.
You have received the ability to fly.
Thank you.
Double-click the space key.
Could you not? Double-click space. Save successful. Inventory. You. The Matrix. The most Matrix of Matrix Labs. Hello.
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to
Super matrices?
The super
No.
matrices are the source code
No.
of the center brain
Dude.
for maintaining the homeworld.
Super
You can upload as many
matrices.
super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit.
That's not an S, that's a
actual
C.
world
It's super
technologies while
matrices.
operating the homeworld simultaneously.
Okay. Yes, we can yeah, stuff, things. Tech. We can make tech and then process tech in another one. So we need to make coils and boards. We can be benefit, yes. We can be benefit. We're gonna need assembling machines. F. Make me all of them. What are you missing? Enough iron ingots? You call them ingots? They're plates. Sure. Fine. Call them what you will. Give me more belt. And more sorters. Why are they called ingots? when the picture is plate. The picture is plate, not ingot. Those are not ingots. Those are plates. I mean, yes, you smelt into ingots. That makes sense, but I mean, they're also just, the 3D model is more consistent with the concept of ingot, but the picture is too flat to be ingot. Yes, of all things, that's what gets me. Like, come on. I'm gonna need more space, so you are dead. I'm gonna need more power. Oops. Oops. Why do I push X? I don't know. Well, I've got a few things now in my inventory. Whoops. Yes, it's early access, all that stuff's gonna change. Art's, I'm sure, going to change, especially the icons. Expect the icons to go through several iterations over the course of time. As well as the 3D models are likely going to get updated on the individual items on belt lines. The things will fundamentally change as we go along. How many of these do I actually have in my inventory? 0. I can make 69. I can make 69 of them. We're gonna make them 10 at a time. We're gonna make 20 of them and go from there. Yeah. So, how does this inventory look? Get rid of that wood. Stack that, sort for me, everything. There's a few spaces. Okay, I need to... I'm gonna go this direction over here. Over here, and I'll probably run belt and extra stuff along the way. We'll place you there. This machine, we need magnets and copper. And you need plates and copper. You make 2 per second, and you make 2 per second. And this, for gears, we don't actually need the gears for anything. Oh! We can make a mall! We can make a mall now that we have assembling machines. Yay! Shall we make a mall? Probably not quite yet. When we get into this blue science, blue cubes, matrices, that's when we'll worry about it. So, what I want to do is actually make another mining machine. I want another one of those. I need at least one more of these. I want to place you down because I want to know how much you make per minute. So that can make 1 every 3 seconds. Yes, I know they stack, but by default, it'll make 1 every 3 seconds, but it's one of each to one. That's what I'm trying to look at, is the ratio of ingredients to products. So it's one of each into one. And then on these, they make them at 2 per second. 2 per second. Can it run on your integrated HD 3000 graphics? I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. So if we have these machines next to each other, for example, one doing the circuit boards and the other doing the coils, this is going to need 2 magnets and 1 copper, and this is going to be 2 plate iron ingots and 1 copper. Which means that we're going to end up needing 4 iron and 2 copper? No. Math. Math is hard. 4 iron and 2 copper to make 2 of each. But, of course, 1 of each is required to make the science. So, it's effectively, per science, 2 iron and 1 copper. 2 iron and 1 copper per cube. Plus power. Plus all the power. Okay. Shift click to copy. How many of these can I cover? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it does... It absolutely allows you to do something like this, covering the same ones. That would be 6. That would be 6. That would be 6. I'd want you there. I want you there, and then I want the smelting on the other side. I'm going to imagine that this produces over 6 veins. That's over 7, and it's 210. This is probably 190? Or 180? Let's place this here. I mean, yeah, Shift R, but I want things on the grid. That's the thing, is Shift R would let you shift things off the grid line. That seems like it would hurt. 180. Alright, so that is going to be, if it's making magnets, 180 over 40. Well, 4 times 4 is 16, so 4 would be 160. And then there'd be an extra 20. I could put 5 smelters, but we're gonna stick to 4. I actually need to make a few more of these. Just a few more. And then I'm gonna shift this 4th one back to plates, if you hadn't already noticed. Also, please God, store and sort. Keep my inventory managed, ideally. Let's see, I need shift copy. I'll run you. Why are you angled too wide? Shift copy. Go that away. Now, F4. Input, input, input. This is gonna make way, 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 way more than we need for a single building producing stuff, okay? This will make way, 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 way more than one building. In fact, this produces one every one and a, or this makes 2 out of 2 every second. 2 out of 2 every second. This up here is making 1 every 1.5. Why that's varying is because I don't have enough power, of course. Of course we don't have enough power. Let's go. Gib turbines. Oh, there's water there. I need all of the power. It must all be mine. Hello, rotation. Shift with R. Let's get this one. Now, what I wish here is that we had some sort of a indicator as to the max, as to the like distance that it needs to be away from other stuff, because doing this little dance of too close to click to build, that's a little tedious. It's a little bit tedious to do this dance. That's everything I had placed for power. The glorious wind turbines. How much power do I make? Generation capacity 9.6 megawatts. Great. Are you even part of the main grid? I don't know. Yeah, apparently. So power load 8%. Yes, that is good. That is great. That is excellent. So processing 40 per minute is 0.66 each. So 0.66 times 4. 2/3 times 4 is 2 2/3 in total. Let's do F1. Get this stuff out. What? Do I want to output it into a thing, storage first? I think so. So we'll place that and we'll shift copy for storage. We'll do that. I need power. There you go, power. These I will move these. And this guy over here I will be changing its recipe to iron. And doing that. Now this will just be here, where I can just delete it. You have to clear the tool first. You have to... You have to clear the tool before you can click on the thing to give it the stuff. That's ideal. I'll move that as well. Okay. Shall we main bus? Is it time? Is it time to feed a bus? I think it is time to feed a bus. Not like... Well, I don't think that this game is inherently designed around the concept of busing. Let's make that clear. I don't think that this game is going to be that great for main busing. I think it has more... It's closer to Satisfactory in that it's actually very easy to make transport belts full throughput. It's easy to maximize the throughput of a belt, meaning that while yes, it's good to keep belts organized by keeping them together, you gotta make sure that there's a final destination on your belts. There's no, like, splitting off that will really do for the most part. Because all three of these, their destination is really going to just be, elsewhere. I'm guessing that that a gap of 1 is gonna be sufficient once I unlock splitters. I will need to leave more space between bus belts. I'm gonna imagine at least 1 is good if I'm going to use splitters. And then, of course, there is the concept that also is available in Satisfactory of multi-level belt lines. Where our belts are literally floating unsupported in the air. Yep, that's Satisfactory. There you go. That is exactly Satisfactory. I can do this, yes? Oh. I need belt. I need more transport belts. Make all the things. I need probably more sorters too. And let's make a few more assembling machines, much more power. More of these Tesla towers. More of just all the things while we're here. Good question. Good point. I want to do that. Excuse me? Yeah. There you go. Just like that. Come on, robots. I'll need to get into this science pretty quickly because we seem to need more construction bots for the rate at which I would like to build things. And that is unlocked by tech. More little builder drones. How's my thingy doing? Enjoy more. Alright, F4. We'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Isn't it beautiful? Thingies! Flowing across the surface of a planet. From spaghetti to order. That's gonna be the theme of our build. We're gonna have little areas of resource production, and then it's all and some processing, and then we're gonna just put it all into a nice ordered system that's gonna do stuff for us. I guess technically speaking, with all the stone mining, I should be smelting into the stone as well as the glass. And doing stuff with the coal too. Let's shift Q this out of the way. Titanium ore? Huh. Huh. Interesting. And then I'll build on the right up here. Let's see, I need this guy. I'm gonna need to connect this to the main grid as well, the main power grid. How much do you make? 141.9. What a wonderful value. And how much do you produce? 1 to 1, and then 2 to 1 every 2. 1 to 1 every 1. So that's gonna do 60 of our 141.9, so about half. This, if glass, well, if glass, that's slower, so it's going to be using 1 per second, so it's also going to be consuming 60 per second, but producing 30 glass as opposed to, not per second, per minute, excuse me, this is different units. It's going to confuse me greatly. We'll have 1 per second out of this, and we'll have half of 1 per second out of this. For 120 total, or 2 base stone per minute. Which is close enough to the production. And I'll get these over here. Come on, bots, do the thing. F4. Input. Excuse me. Go. And power. So 1, F1. Cover the power grid. Connect the power grid. Thank you kindly. We're now using very little of the total. Consumption is barely greater than a third. And then it's just a matter of getting this guy up this way and getting this guy up that way. Now the question is, should I have coal as coal? We'll worry about that when we get to it. When we need to concern ourselves with it. Because coal is... yeah, coal is off. I'm a little worried about the red matrix cubes. We shall see. They're a little complex. A little bit more complex. Why I need glass? I don't know. I should also have storage on both of these. Yeah, I should have like almost inline storage on both of these. How would I go about this? 3, F4. Kill that, kill that. So, what happens here is that this acts as a bit of a buffer at the end of the line. We are limited to the 0.66, but we're only making 0.5. Okay, we're only making half of 1 per second out of this one building. This is going to be backed up because it can do up to 210, but we're only using 120. Wait, 210? That wasn't 210. Oh, power. Oh, power. Well, if you're able to do 210, that would mean that I would need to add another thingy. Another 1 at least to get to 180, but then I'm left with 30 for another glass. So 60, 60, 120. Now this makes 30 per this makes 30 per minute. This consumes 60 stone per minute. This consumes 60 stone, so we would have room for 1 more, and then 1/2 production on whatever else. Can I? No. So it can change direction there, but I can't go that way. So that sucks. And that's gonna be 2 out of the way. However, if I do this, are you able to... excuse me? I'm like, please, do that. Are you able to grab on a corner? Yes. Daisy chain. you can use a loader on to send, or use a sorter to move stuff from belt to belt. That is a concept you can actually do in Factorio, but few people ever do. I'm just going to do this way. And do things exactly like that, and this will mean that I will need another doohickey inputting and an extra doohickey outputting too. There you go. There you go. That actually works. That is fine. Just the way it is. Don't know what I need glass for, but hey, there we go. Glass would be better made out of silicon, I'm pretty sure, but you can just make it out of stone, so we'll just make it out of stone. It's easy. 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 Okay. Next. 5. F3. Over here. EU. Let's do 2 each. So this thing is going to make the magnetic coils in both of these. That's going to be making 2 per second. This is going to make 4 magnetic coils per second. And for that, we're going... No. See, that is one thing about the building of this that I don't care as much for, and that is the fact that it is built in the direction that you have drawn from beginning to end. Sometimes I want to do the opposite, because we, in Factorio, have the ability to rotate the belt in our hand to whatever direction we want, and click and drag from there. So I do have... Oh, that's cute. So the magnets are just they're little cubey things with a picture of a circular magnet on them. They just got a picture of a circular magnet. Glass looks okay. Stone looks okay. The copper and the iron looks okay. This circular thingy. All temporary. All temporary assets, by the way. All these things will be changed. Yeah, they're boxes of magnets. Boxes of magnets, sure. We'll go with that. I'm pretty sure this is the one that actually uses the magnets, so... yeah. This will consume 4 magnets per second, as well as 2 copper per second between these 2 buildings. The closer should actually be the magnets. So the closer one should be the magnets, and then the other one should be copper. I need a splitter. I'm just realizing this. If I actually want to do this the way I would like to do this, it actually depends upon the copper being split. So, oh well. I guess I'm not doing this the way I would like to do this. 'Tis a shame, but we'll manage. So the way I would have liked to do this is to output, send up the bus to the location where the science is happening, and have other assembling machines like right up above or something doing the electronics that are required. But both of these need copper, so in some way, shape, or form, I need to like get the copper to this, and I'm going to do exactly that. But was that telling me I only have 9 units? F. That. More? Thanks. I need some iron. Ingots. Let's use the correct terms. Oh boy, once I have splitters. We are automating this as quickly as we can. I guess we have to automate the conversion into gears as well, and just shove them into another building with stuff, because the gears are just plates, right? The moment we get splitters, we are automating our belts and other useful stuffs. Building a mall. F1. Placing here covers a lot. Placing here covers it all. So let's see. 3. F1. Output belt. Input belt. Input belt. Yeah, so this is what I have to do for now. So this snaking line is copper. This line is iron ingots. Let's, stop. I did not call you, Echo. My dot. I did not call your name. I said, let's, I said, let's, obviously. Let's, do the thing. Oh yeah, there's a kink because of the curvature of the planet. Now, you know, sense of scale here. These things are massive if they need to kink like this across this body, right? Like, what we're building is... It may look like toys on a tennis ball, but no. In reality, this guy's a skyscraper, like Empire State Building skyscraper, and everything is just huge. That's how we will think of it, anyway. Okay, so that needs to go to there. And I need to go to there. Ta-da! Yeah, those are some really tall trees. Yeah, those are some incredibly tall trees. It's alien. right? This isn't Earth. These aren't Earth trees. These are otherworldly trees. Granted, this planetary body is smaller than an Earth, but still. I mean, you also have to think, like, gravity. Like, these trees on this body with lower gravity are able to support themselves and grow much taller without being limited by such bounds as on Earth. So yeah, skyscraper trees. I can understand skyscraper trees. So yeah, as opposed to Factorio, which has underground belt, here we have overground belt. Building in the 3rd dimension. Okay, the question is, I need 2 per second throughput on the inserter. This is only going to do 1.5. So we're going to be actually limited by the speed of these little sorters here to the Mark 1 speed. That is a limiting factor. On both sets of these machines. Because I could put an extra one in the middle here on either one of them, but no matter what, something's going to be a little off. Because the this long sorter, 2 grids, is 0.75 per trip. I need 1. This is 1.5 per trip. I need 2. So unless I do something funky with loading on the sides, they're not going to be capable of getting the full throughput yet. Key word, yet. Once we get the Mark II sorters, we'll be good. For now, though, we gotta live with this. So that'll be 3 per second total, and that'll, up to 3 per second on its output. I need to actually select the recipe using hotkeys. The freaking left and right arrow. Left caret, right caret. Okay. We are making our boxes of electronics with the picture of electronics on top. And our boxes of the thingies here are magnetic coils. Boxes of magnetic coils and boxes of electronics. We must now process them into science. They must become science! In some way, shape, or form. Science! Now, yes, you can totally stack labs. I'm going to need to make a few labs. What do I need? Because I have glass. Why are you not telling me what I need more of? Lack of what material? Game. Lack of iron ingots, obviously. But still, it would be nice if it would tell me what the lack was, Yes, I know that I could also store these outputs, do the same exact thing that I've done before. Will I do so? Yeah, I think I shall. I've got storage here and here. Let's get that one more tile. Okay. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to have the belt go that way for the unloading. And it'll just go to the side and then up and down. Excuse me. Okay, I'm pretty sure I told you to go up. And down. Okay. Sure. Kitty? I heard an ollie. He left. He left the tower that he was sleeping upon. There you go. We are buffered. And now we are powered. Okay, you need to make those. The question is, when you have two of them, how quickly can you make those? Because it says it processes every 3 seconds. But does it do that twice? Like, okay, because if it processes every 3 seconds times 2 or times 3, really? I need more? More! More! Oh, no, 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 no. We've got these things. You. Make them. Just make them. We've got the wonderful things. So the answer is you can only input on the bottom. Huh. So the recipe says it takes every 3. Now, I'm going to imagine that with 3 of these, it's going to do it every 1. So it's 1, 1, and 1 per tower to make 1. That's what I imagine here is the situation. Which means that for this, I will need to have 1 of these sorters on the near side and 2 on the far side. To make the stuffs. Okay. So, now that one's working. And then So it appears you have to fill the buffer, and then it loads the next one, and then it loads the next one once you've filled the buffer. And each one will operate independently, so that's also good to know. And then, of course, we need our actual science to happen. You. Science mode. Engage. F4. Output. Up to 1 per second. I mean, I don't need 2 of those, but hey, sure. Input. That isn't actually powering the... Okay. Sure, game. And... what technology shall I take as my first of the science technologies? We have a lot of options. We can have more oh, yeah. Yeah. That'll be on the agenda. Okay. On the agenda, but also... oh, yeah, definitely on the agenda. Drone flight speed. View the vein distribution on the planet. That... I mean, it's 10. You know, it's 10. Better power. Oh yeah, speaking of power, this is flashing, which tells me that, we may have a satisfaction problem.
Now you can click the details display button in the lower
when this is
right corner
active.
of the screen to open real-time distribution details of the ore veins.
We may need more power right now. So let's do the power. We must expand our power. Actually, what would be great on these wind turbines is to just click and drag. Right? Just left click, drag. Yeah, I know coal power, but for right now, the thing about coal power is that it is prone to error. It is prone to die if you use too much power with the coal-based power. What will happen if the coal power is not being powered by something like solar on a separate grid, or wind in this case, is when the base needs to draw more power than it's able to produce on the coal power, then you end up producing less coal and therefore less power until your base dies through that positive feedback loop. That downwards positive feedback loop to oblivion. Of course, it will always be covered by the amount of wind that we are producing, wind power that we're producing. So, I want to make sure that when I do set up coal-based power, that the coal-based power is powered on a completely separate and independent grid, ideally. Like, that's the most ideal situation, because the last thing I need is for the base to die, or effectively die. That is a thing that happens in Factorio. By the way, in case you were wondering, This happens in Factorio. Able to view the vein reserves in the whole planetary system. Okay, good. I want you. And then I want you. You are required for other tech. What are you? Extract and refine crude oil. Used to make wireless power tower for remote power transmission and charge. And charge mecha! And charging mechs, as in you. And a power tower. The wireless power tower! The upgrade, I would imagine, to the Tesla towers. With ideally a longer connection length and a bigger supply area. I would hope. We're gonna queue that. And that, just for fun, and that, and that. So steel is merely 3 iron ingots. Yay. They could have been a lot harsher on this. It could have required coal. Just saying. It could have required coke. Just saying. And a processed coal. Oh boy, rebar foundation, huh? Cool. Let's get into upgrades. Let's queue that up. Let's queue that up. And the engine upgrade. Now this is totally a mech upgrade, right? But I mean this is just general upgrade to buildings. Logistics drone carrying capacity? Good. More research speed. Why is it that late in the game? Like, seriously? Why is it that late in the game? To get a research speed upgrade? So how much does this do? It's 60 hashes per second. Well, what does that mean? It appears to mean that it is using exactly the output of this. The second tier power pole is equivalent to the big pole. Okay, so then it's lower radius, but is able to be used to connect distances. But it charges the mech, too. So I have access to splitters now. Yay, and a thermal power station, and Mark II sorters, which is a direct upgrade. I would love. So, you know what would be great? You know what would be special? If we could upgrade the sorter. Instead of having to delete the sorters. You know? That would be fantastic. If we could, upgrade the sorters and accidentally... and not have to have the chance of breaking the belt underneath the sorters. Because all we want to do is change what type of sorter we're using. Update the type of sorter we're using for these things, right? See, I hit the belt again. Rather than the sorter. Oh, I need more. More. That's interesting because it directly upgrades the level 1 sorters. Using electric motors, which are gears and ingots, I imagine. And then it gave me these plasma exciters. Which directly updates Tesla towers. So we've got... So the Tesla towers are 22 and 10, and these towers are 45 and 6. So yes, these are absolutely meant to be distance covering rather than supply covering everywhere. However, they can also apparently charge me from the power grid as well. I mean, I'll take a couple just to see what they do in reality. There's also a thermal generator that I should probably hook up. I'm just gonna put it on the main grid. Hey, we can do the energetic graphite now. Whatever would I need high purity silicon for? I do not know. I've got more than 50 of these things at this point. Yay. Well, that's nice. Now these should be able to keep up with these these level 2 inserters. Ah, steel. Steel! Yay. So where's that thingy? Are we still... We are still rocking on these. Let's cancel that set of 16 and build these two. I don't think we need more than 77 of those right now. What we need is belt. All of it. Looks like I need more everything. Delete, 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 delete. Sort. Delete. Sort. Let's grab some, ingots. Also, I can totally make splitters now, right? F. Splitter? Yes, splitter. For direction. Can filter. And priority. Input and output. I need a few of those. Please. Please, please, please. Water pump can collect sulfuric acid from sulfuric acid ocean. So you're telling me that there are sulfuric acid oceans? Ow. Also, PU. Stinky. Okay. How sulfurous of you. Excuse me. Sulfuric of you. How sulfuric. Make some of those, and make some of the... all the things. All of the things. Make me things. I want the things. You. I want to see what you do. So, the range is big on the connection. So yes, sort of like a big power pole. That's nice. 'Tis very nice.
You built a wireless power tower, which is suitable with long-distance power transmission caused by its longer connection distance. What's exciting is that it can also charge Mecha by using electricity from the grid.
Yes, it can charge me. It can charge me, so I don't need to be as concerned about the amount of fuel that I have in me when I can just walk to a wireless power tower to recharge faster. Good. Thermal station. How much do you consume?
Thermal power station. Such power facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you want it to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
Yes, I know this. I know this, that I must maintain a sufficient amount of stuff. This is... Apparently I have a network 1 somewhere for this to be network 2. Capable of 13.2 megawatts of power. 13.2 megawatts. That is 13.2 megajoules per second. Coal has a fuel value of 2.7 megajoules. So, if 13.2 is divided by 2.7, you get just under 5, it's 4.8 repeating, so just under 5 units of coal per second is required to fully fuel this thermal power station. Just under 5. Coal. Coal may not be the best of ideas. We shall see. So how much do we make out of this machine? 180 per minute. That is 3 per second. This mining operation on coal is not enough to fully utilize one of those power generators. One of those thermal power stations. Why is that important? Because it means that it will never hit the max generation capacity before you run into problems. You need to, the idea is to make sure that you're able to fully satisfy it before you run into problems. Gotta fully satisfy that consumption. So we're gonna delete that. And Shift C onto that. Now, I wish it would tell you what the output rate would be I wish it would tell you what the output rate is. Well, that's my next point, is that you can also likely process coal into more efficient forms of fuel, but you also have to take into account the amount of power it takes to make that efficient fuel as well. To make that fuel a little bit more efficiently. So, for example, would it be in here? Would it be this building? Apparently not. Smelter? Do I have any smelters? Smelters. Go. Make me smelters. Furnace. Furnace? There's furnace. Smelter. Yes. That is ta building. You. Recipe. So I'm imagining you are referring to the energetic graphite, which, this stuff has a fuel value of 6.3 megajoules, but it still takes, but it takes 2 units of coal to make. It takes 2 units of coal to make, and the smelter, does the game actually tell you, uses 360 kilowatts to process. And is this every 1 second? It is every 2 seconds. Oh boy! That... Okay, math time. So that's every 2 seconds. 6.3. So 2.7 times 2 is 5.4. So we go from 5.4 to 6.3, right? We gain 0.9 megajoules out of that, or 900 kilojoules. This machine is going to use 360 times 2 to do that. It's going to use 360 times 2, or 0.36 times 2. So in reality, you only gain 180 kilowatts by converting coal to energetic carbon. A grand total of 180 kilowatts gain. Yay! Or kilojoule gain, or however you want to think about it. Yeah, it's great. What a major thing. I wish it was better. I wish it was better. That's probably going to be one of those things that we should just say to the devs, hey, this seems a little off. Maybe. Because the gain is too minuscule on the energetic graphite if the intention is to use energetic graphite as a fuel source. The only thing you really gain here is this quote-unquote fuel chamber generation of plus 60%. I don't know what that means. What is fuel chamber gen, as in using it for your bot, I would imagine. Something about plus 60. Fuel chamber plus 60. Is that like recharging plus 60% faster? I don't know. Maybe. Regardless, it's not worth the gain. I had some units of oil, but I think I deleted them. Now, there are other sources of power. Let's make this clear. That will become available to us once I do get into this energetic graphite and such. T. Storage vertical construction +2 lab vertical construction. So you're telling me that there is a tech that will allow me to build labs 5 stacks high rather than 3, as well as allow me to add to storage capacity by building vertically. Cool. I can technically pick up this tech that adds power to my mech, but I don't really... Oh yeah, +1 drone. Duh. Duh, +1 drone. Duh, +1 move speed. And that one. Yes, techs. Unlocks foundation. Unlocks solar panels. 360 kilowatts. That tells me nothing about how they actually operate. Microcrystalline componentry. Whatever you do. You make processors. What do I need processor for? High-speed assemblers. Okay. And these things. Purples. Aha. We need that for purple. Hey, more construction drones. Yay. Oh. I need another thingy. I need this one. And then you can queue this one, yes. So this is going to unlock the ability to do oil. Now, I don't know what the fuel value of oil is, but we shall see. Because the fuel value of the coal, not all that great, honestly. I mean, it exists, but I think I'd rather other sources. It's not going to stop me from putting down this guy here with a couple of doohickeys. How fast are these? They're twice the speed. Okay. F5. There you go. I wish I could just belt directly in. Oh well. So this will make N amount of power for me to help out. Not all of the power that I will ever need, but some. This is also going to process how fast it is every 2 seconds, and it's 2 every 2 seconds, meaning that it's going to make one... Well, it's going to say 30 per minute, and it's going to consume 60 per minute. Apparently it's 30 per thingy on here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could have 4 of these smelters. How do I want to scale this? Is that a line I can even draw? No. This is a line I can draw. Three F1. F F4. How many of these do I have? 2. F5. I've apparently upgraded all my things to Mark 2, or to level 2 on the inserters. Yeah, this game is very interesting. I am enjoying it thus far. It is very much my type of game. I spend a lot of time streaming Factorio. I am a person who plays Factorio with all of the really difficult mod sets. Let's put it that way. With very, very difficult mods, generally. I have beaten Pyanodon's mods. Twice. Streamed. That's the type of person I am. Let's use this to reach over here and then put a regular make go. Give stuff. Pyanodon's mod's known as the most difficult of any overhaul mod set for Factorio. So how do land? How do land? Down arrow. Okay. You. Maybe building a Dyson Sphere will give me those vibes from the Pi Suite. I hope not. I hope it's more Angels Mods vibes. Currently streaming Angels Mods right now in the mornings every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday for Factorio. We'll be streaming this. We'll be streaming this every evening / afternoon. Sunday through Thursday. So we'll stream this again tomorrow. From 2 to 5. It's a block with a picture of coal on top of it. It's a block with a picture of coal. Yay. 3 F5. That's another thing about this game. So many hotkeys. Oh my gosh, so many hotkeys. Wait, you're powered? You are powered. And the energetic carbon is also just a picture of stuff on top of a block. Well, that exists now, apparently. I need to make sure that I produce these thingies. How many of them? 60. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I can make 68. One away from perfection. Sort that. Grab more. Yes, coal is a spy. It's just that they have used the same square model and just like recolored to that model individual items. I can now view planet veins from the thingy. Hello. I am apparently building south. Like, direct south. This is the proper orientation from the map view. Yeah. Because this is the North Pole. Oh, it's so pretty, though. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful terrain layout here. Beautiful planet. Lots of nice space to build on here. Oh, there's a blue for the South Pole. Good. And as we zoom out, planet Mediterranean. So this type of planet is Mediterranean. That's planet Gobi, as in desert. Desert planet. And we've got a readout here of how much iron ore is on this planet, as well as how much copper ore is on this planet. We have 0 silicon, 0 titanium, 5 million stone, 8.6 million coal, water ocean, not sulfuric, 60.6% construction area, 100% wind energy ratio. That's the key. 98% solar energy ratio, and 29.44 crude oil per second. Okay. Will it handle thousands of machines at 60 frames per second? I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't... Well, correction. The game, I'm sure, handles it in a very specific way, as in it doesn't need to load the graphics of stuff that's on other planets, right? And we're doing a multi-planetary, multi-solar, really, an interstellar factory to build our Dyson Sphere around one star in the entire cluster. And there's interaction and logistics between planets and to get the stuff to the star, but I think it handles it in a way that it's not actively having to simulate everything all the time. It can just calculate how much stuff does this actually produce in the end, and it can take some shortcuts, I think, on what's not loaded. That's what I think would happen, of course. Unknown and unknown. Okay. There are 2 unknown resources on the gas giant. What is on the ice field? Unknown amounts of stuff. Thanks. 98.5% construction area. 70% and 56%. Requires level 2. Yep. Makes sense. Over here on the Gobi planet, we've got no ocean. Duh. 116% solar energy ratio, so you get more solar. On the planet that we're on, we get less solar. It makes me wonder if they have set up any sort of simulation of night and day on the solar panels. Let's see. I will be unlocking the solar panels soon. We are actually working on universe exploration too now. We're a couple of techs away. Remember that we are only making 1 of our blue stuff per second. 1 per second, even though I have more stuff than that. Oh yeah, the copper. Hi. I was gonna have you split at both of these locations, but because you actually have to go over the other thing as well, hello. Ollie's here. Ollie came to say hello. Yes, Stretch my baby. That's my baby boy. That's my kitten, my baby. Yes. Hello. Hello, my Ollie. How's the boy? How's the boy? How's that 10-month-old kitten? How's that baby? Here's my big boy. He's a big boy. He's huge. He's huge! We have resource veins across the system. across the entire system. You. Oh. Our star cluster. How do I... So how do I move? I have to click on it. Okay. So you... It seems like if you look in the distance, you can just click on any of the other bodies in the area. Which is neat. Which is neat. So you have not that much iron, but you have an abso-freaking-lutely a ton of silicon and copper. 12 million silicon. That's a lot. And this world is, or this planet is obviously very, 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 very much going to rely on solar being much closer to the sun than our current planet. There's also hydrogen and deuterium collectible from this gas giant. A whole 0.79 per second. Glorious. Neat that it includes like orbital inclination and axial inclination. That's pretty neat. So this planet, this gas giant, is tilted 30 degrees and on a 23-degree inclination from center. This guy's even more inclined. It's got a 6-degree 15-minute orbital inclination. This is just 23-minute inclination. Oh boy. Which is just barely off from the plane. This one's huge. Well, that one's huge. Axial inclination, 12 degrees. Off the center, so it's even further off its inclination. So if we tilt this way, this angle right here is 12 degrees 49 minutes. I think. Pretty sure. Getting literally tilted around here. You have a lot of titanium. And you have silicon. Not much copper. But this has a bit of everything, which I think is better. Isn't that just better? Right? Wouldn't this be just better to go to as our next planet? Because it has silicon and it has the titanium out there. I don't know what I need more of next. Probably the silicon, to be completely honest. But we need to be able to actually leave this planet and go there to build. That's a thing to work on. So, oh, hello. We have crude oil. 1.52 per second out of that particular oil seep. Are there more? I would like more. More is betterer. I don't see more around here. There's one. 2.12 up there. Otherwise, nothing. You're at 206,000. That's going to actually take a while to chew down. Okay, what is wrong here? We're just sitting on tech, waiting for tech to happen at this point. I need to actually get the ability to... yeah, this one. I need this one, and this one's gonna be 4th in the queue. Are we able to... no. We are not able to reorder the queue right now, which is not that ideal. Well, I said that the moment that I had splitters, I would be automating my production of belt, so that is what we will do. The thing is... that's pretty big. My goodness.
Splitter with 4 directions. It can split the passing cargo or balance the cargo on multiple conveyor belts. The splitting speed depends on the conveyor belt speed. Use the tab key to switch between different styles, and click it to set priorities and filters.
Different styles. Ooh! Oh, do you see this? Oh, do you see that? Oh my gosh, that's what I need. Oh my goodness. We have... a 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Yes. Just yes. And then we have stacked as well. Stacked input output. So we have effectively 3 different options here. We have all 4 on the bottom, 2 in, 2 out, top, bottom. And then we have this, which is exactly what I need right here on the copper. I mean, it's frankly it is exactly what I need here. If I have tons of them, which I do. Just need to make sure that we are in fact aligned. Ta-da! Yeah, that is good. That is very well designed. I like that. That is good. That's good. Yes, thank you. My main question is, can we also have another, like, coming in? Ooh, there's the solar panels. Like, can we have
The data shows this
a
is a
belt
planet
coming
without
big?
natural silicone veins. However, you can still obtain some by smelting stone ore. While you still need a massive silicone collection, you need to find a planet rich with silicone veins as soon as possible.
So theoretically, we could
You can
have
try to view the
2
whole
in
planetary system,
and 2 out,
meaning the entire cluster, by clicking
or
the star
3 in
icon
and 1
in the lower
out,
left corner
if
of the
you are
screen.
so inclined. But I mean, that's actually what I wanted to know, is how is this actually handled? So we can prioritize as well. It does allow multi-in and multi-out, and the reason why I know that it does is because it allows us to prioritize which one is in on this. Oh my gosh, that's cool. So this acts just like a Factorio splitter. This acts exactly like a Factorio splitter. In that it is technically a splitter, but it can also be a merger. split and merge, and then I need to do the same one over here. If possible, wait. It does not allow me to do this here. Because this guy is in the way. This splitter is in the way. Now that isn't nice so much. It means that in order to do this properly, I actually need to keep it away. Lack of item. Oh boy. F. More. All the things. Go. Do it. I am going to completely delete all of this. Well, remove all of this. Semiconductor material finished. Cool. 3 F1 U down. Oops. I wanted you to go down and up and over. So just need to know that in order to pull from whatever main bus that you have, that you're going to need to leave a bit of a bigger gap between the first item on the belt and the rest of the stuff here, in order to make sure that you have enough room to shift up from this here. If you have 2 or 3 items, you're going to run into this issue, because for whatever reason, the baseline splitter is tall. Too tall for a splitter that has the output on the top to have the belt line go over it. Don't know why it was designed with this little thingy up on the top of it to make it taller, but hey, it's there. It means that if you are like, can I even stack? Oh. You can stack. So you can do the satisfactory style of placing belt. Snore? Hi. You just snored at me. Hello, mister. How are you? You're snoring. You sleepy, kitty? Yes, he's sleepy. He's sleepy kitty. Very, very sleepy. So this changes a lot, actually. Being able to stack these is definitely a game changer. This literally changes everything about the design. about how to design. I'm gonna try to keep it Factorio-like, rather than Satisfactory-like, with the multi-layer stuff. In fact, what I would do, in actuality, is I would multi-layer over the same resource. As in, if I need multiple belts of copper or iron, I would multi-layer the copper and the iron. That's what I would do. I would just run it over top. Now, the other question is, if I put that up there, are these one entity? No belt in output. Yeah, no. The answer is no. That would be so cool if these became one entity, or I had the option to make them one entity. Oh well. There was a thing about saying I could oh. Oh. You can, just stack storage inherently. Hey, what was that thingy that actually charges me? How does that work? Well. It works very well. Look at how fast that's charging. What? Okay. That charges pretty quick. Yeah. Huh. Do that. So I have stuff in my fuel chamber. But yeah, this thing, it charges you pretty quick. That's a little strong, I think. That's a little strong by comparison to the fuel that you have available to you at the moment. What am I researching now? For whatever reason, processors, when I actually need this one first. Let's get this, then this, then whatever the heck else there was. Energy matrix to get the access to make the stuffs. Then basic chemical engineering. So these things will need hydrogen. That's what this is supposed to do, is plasma refining gives you oil, a processed version of oil, as well as a hydrogen. The thing about that is you sort of need to do something with that, like, processed oil. Which is why there is this X-ray cracking, which takes hydrogen and that oil and makes more hydrogen, as well as an energetic carbon. Then you have to deal with the energetic carbon in some way, consistently. Which, fortunately, It's used here for the red science. I hope I don't need hydrogen or this oil stuff for anything other than the red science, the energy matrices, because you'd be screwed with having too much energetic graphite, in a sense. Oh, this is also the energetic graphite here is a prime example of when to use the splitters and use the input priority on these splitters. That is going to be the thing in the end that matters. I would like to have a splitting here, but the problem is it's that same issue as up here. I need to give this a little thought. If I want to have the magnets going any further, I also, Shift C, want to automate my belts. It's about dang time we automated the belts. You. Not that. You. That. Plasma refining. Cool. I'm going to automate my belts, and then we're going to end off the day. Belt. You make 3 per second. Oh boy. You will need an input rate of 1 per second. Okay, 3 F5, shift there. 3 F1. That way. I need my plate brought up. Plate being here. Ooh, there's a little water there. Blocking. F7. Tab. There you go. I can make the others go over this as well. Let's keep that in mind, that in circumstances like this, or like this, where I may want this to continue down, I can go over top. I can go up. I can put a splitter back here and ooh, hoo hoo. Oh. Hello. We'll worry about that later. We'll think about that later. And elevate. We can elevate. We can think in the third dimension. In a far better way than other games. Like Satisfactory. Let's put a storage here. I will need power. Ta-da! Conveyors. You there. You could make sorters if I brought the electronics. Nah. I need the electronics for that. We're gonna ignore that nonsense and delete it. Well, folks, I have actually very much enjoyed this. There's very few things that are minor annoyances, but hey, this is a very, very good state of the game considering it just came out in early access. Yeah, there's some temp art on the moving of things across the belt. I really enjoyed what they've went with the mechanics on the belt. I love this. I love this that you can do the Factorio thing with the splitters, mergers, and you can do it in 3 dimensions. Like, oh my gosh, please. Please, I wish that was like that in Satisfactory. Like, that would change the world completely if that was like that with Satisfactory. I really like the design. It looks really cool on all of this art assets that currently exist. Little bit of iffiness on the fuel values of some things in terms of just overall balance, but again, early access things will change quite a lot. We didn't even do the red cubes in 3 hours. I am definitely taking my time and I'm figuring out, like, what are the ratios for things, right? Like, what are the ratios? How fast do things happen? How many machines do I need to process the output of a mining machine, depending on how many things it's mining? These are interesting questions that I needed to answer and just come up with a design that looks somewhat organized, some semblance of organization on this bus, right? Gotta have some semblance of organization. Even if not even everything is on the bus yet. And even if there's like stuff in the way that'll make us have to build over top of it and all that. Challenges, logistical challenges in the terrain as well. Oh boy. So thank you to SlayManite, or SlayMan, the SlayMan, for gifting me this game earlier today while I was streaming Autonauts, of all things. It is very much appreciated. This is definitely one we are going to play through, take our time with, and enjoy the experience. Oh yes, from humble beginnings with our little blue matrices, things will get very, very crazy. I can already see it. It's gonna get nutso. It's gonna get nutso. We're gonna have counter lines coming down on that bus to feed into the science. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's stream, I hate when you push enter and it doesn't automatically do the thing. If you have enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below this video, including hitting the like button, leaving a comment, subscribing if you haven't subscribed already, hit the notification bell to get notified when my videos go up. It's basically the live streams when I post the scheduled live stream about half an hour before I go live. Consider becoming an erudite otaku by hitting that great big blue join button. Consider supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushibut if you are so inclined and able. I, of course, will be playing this tomorrow in the afternoon from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock Eastern Time, PM, afternoon. We have unlocked processors, apparently. I will be back in the morning with my Factorio ABX playthrough tomorrow, followed by Autonauts on Friday. I will not be streaming this on Friday. That is my day off for the afternoons, and Saturdays are a complete day off. So, I hope to see you all on whatever next one you come to see.